Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Left Coast Hockey League COVID Cup playoffs. This is game 2 in this best-of-7 series. The San Jose Snipes taking on the Marcy Cup champion San Pedro Squirrels. Squirrels dominated in game 1. The Snipes are looking to bounce back. Let's get down to the ice and get this match underway. It's the end of the 110, bitch. Don't stop. You are live here in sunny San Pedro, California at the Squirrel Shack. Game 2 of this best-of-7 series. San Jose Snipes looking to tie this up going back to Northern California. And I have to fix the camera because I was playing the regular game last night. Don't mind us, folks. We're professionals. Experiencing some technological differences. All right, let's go. And we are back here in San Pedro, California. Face-off is won by the Snipes. Clayton Keller in the zone. He's hit up by Haskinen up for Barkov. Barkov, he's cleared. He's hit. He's checked by Fox. We've been seeing a lot of that in these early games. Just check back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Adam Fox with the puck. He'll bring it to the neutral zone. He'll gain the zone. Fox's pass broken up by Eichel. Sent for Haskinen. Pass to McCarr for Miller. Barkov in with Eichel. Barkov's pass broken up by Matthews. Sent to Fox up for Ekholm. Clayton Keller, neutral zone. He will gain the zone. Looking for Fox. Adam Fox takes a shot. It goes wide. Rebound picked up by Brady Tkachuk. Poked along the boards. It is recovered by Haskinen. Haskinen up for Barkov. He's back checked. Recovered by the Snipes. Clayton Keller in with no energy. Slap shot save Vasilevsky, and he's going to hold on. We're 4 minutes into this game. No score. 2 shots for the Snipes. Second lines will come out. Shifley and Aho. Face-off is won by the Squirrels. Ekblad up for Stone. Stone gains the zone. Pass. Able to get through to Sanheim. Rallying for it's won by the Snipes. Harley. Harley sends it up for Shifley. Shifley trying to get it to Larkin. Shot goes off the side of the post. A dangerous look there. In is Mark Stone. Stone for Ekblad. Ekblad makes one too many moves, and Bobrovsky is going to hold on. 14:03 left here in the first period. Still no score. Face off back in the San Jose zone. So it'll be Aho and Heischer. One-time blaster to brink it. It goes wide. Picked up off the boards by Aho. Aho back to the point for Ekblad. Cycle one-time blast. Sanheim. Save Bobrovsky. Picked up by the Snipes. Tavares up for Harley. Harley. Pass broken up by Aho. Taken by Sanheim. Sanheim. Looking for Aho. Aho shot. Save Bobrovsky. And we'll get a whistle. 12:25 remains here in the first. Still no score. Face-off still the San Jose zone. It's going to be Heischer and Suzuki. Face-off is won by the Snipes. Patterson's harassed. He'll retreat. Sends it for Tavares. Tavares for Pedersen. Dylan. Pass is broken up. Taken by Marchessault. But turned over by Pedersen. Pedersen in the slot. Passes it back instead of shooting. Recovered by the Squirrels. Up for Huberdeau. Huberdeau, he's poked off. Taken by Heischer. Heischer's in. Unable to get the pass through. Shot save. Vasilevsky. Picked up by Matheson. Matheson unable to get it to any of the green sweaters. There was 4 of them to choose from, and he missed all of them. Matheson, though, recovers. And he's hit, taken by Stamkos. Stamkos is poked off. And back on the stick of Matheson. Matheson in. But he's hit by Keandre Miller. Sends it for Larkin. Larkin's pass broken up, taken by Matheson. Up for Mac and Celebrini. Celebrini's hit. Not many good looks for either team. 1 or 2 for the Sharks. For the Snipes, excuse me. Shifley neutral zone. Heel game. Pass to nobody, but recovered by Larkin. Larkin behind the net. Sends it for Ekholm. That for Fox. For Terry. Terry takes the shot. Stick save Vasilevsky. Low pressure, and the puck will come all the way out. I guess it was off a San Jose stick because no icing. Pinch into the boards of the red lines. Kicked back. Sent up for Forsling. Shifley's pass gets to Tkachuk. Tkachuk in the zone. Tkachuk looking for a shot. He scores! Brady Tkachuk from the slot. Buries it. And he will send the Snipes up by 1 late here in the first period. The AI finally taking a shot when it's open rather than passing it. That's why he makes the big bucks. Brady Tkachuk puts the Snipes up by 1. Matthews and Aho will take the faceoff at center ice. Faceoff is won by the Snipes. Tkachuk in again. Tkachuk for Matthews. Tkachuk looking for another one. Tkachuk up front, unable to pull the trigger. And Vasilevsky holds on. 4:17 left here in the first. Still only 2 shots for the Squirrels. Face-off is won by the Snipes. Back to the play for Harley for Tkachuk. For Forsling. Forsling's pass misread, but he's able to recover. Keller. And Keller's going to go for slashing. I didn't see where. Take a look. Oh, that looks a little embellished there by the Squirrels. Not much contact at all, but he did the right animation. And Keller will sit for 2 minutes, giving us the first power play of this game. Dukestad and JT Miller will take the faceoff back to the San Jose zone. It is won by the Snipes, Sorelli. Sorelli will go ahead and clear it out the length of the ice. 1:45 left in the power play. Turn around for Heiskanen, up for Suzuki. Suzuki gains the zone for Stone. Stone takes the shot. Easy save for Bobrovsky. He's holding on. 1:19 remains left of the man advantage. Face off to the left of Bobrovsky. Eichel and Hischier will take the face off. Top power play out for the Squirrels. Faceoff is won by the Squirrels. Jones takes a shot, save Bobrovsky. Barkov fighting for it in the boards. It's won by Forsling, and Forsling will clear it to center ice for Hischier. Hischier and Miller in shorthanded. Miller takes a shot. It's blocked. Other way comes Matheson. Matheson for Eichel. Up front, shoot, unable to get it on his stick. He kicked it. Dangerous look there for the Squirrels. 10 seconds left on the power play. Kept in, though, by Aho for Jones, and that'll do it. Shot is blocked. Other way comes Keller out the box. Keller for Tavares for Forsling. Forsling's poked off the puck. And then comes Jones. Tired legs for Seth Jones. 8 seconds left. Jones needs to just pull the trigger. Jones takes a shot. Puck is loose in front of the net, but Bobrovsky holds on. 3.1 left here in the first. Snipes lead by 1. Matthews and Suzuki will take the face-off with 3 seconds left. Face-off is won by the Snipes, and that's going to do it here for the first period. Oh, a little too late there. The last second effort there by the Squirrels. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first period. You are watching the Left Coast Hockey League COVID Cup Playoffs Game 2 here in San Pedro, California. We'll be back with the start of the second period.
it. I took your muñeca to get bullshit. Expensive shoe wearer. I would cap, no cap. We the new era. Meet me in the future like I knew Sarah. These got solid drip like it's Nutella. Doing Sujetta, Nico the truth bearer. I'm so hard-headed, I'm never wrong, I never do errors. You're fucking perfect, dude. Surrounded by my spirit and cycles on full setup. Body in California, spirit and cool leather. Put my name on it, it's my building. Now they all appreciating everything we building.
We some natives to this shit. We don't even pilgrims. Oh, you say that you a boss, pay the fucking bill then. I spent 45 on this eighth I got. That shit made me that cherry dream, berry cream, blue gelato, Dairy Queen. I'm very clean, Maserati sleek, Abu Dhabi chic. I had a slumber party with y'all, but she ain't hardly sleep. I'm Johnny Depp, Captain Jack. If he had a platinum plaque, all these pussies on my dick, I let them play hacky sack. So juggle up while I bubble up. I'm the bubble guy, so buckle up. Swerving through traffic like a knuckle puck.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Let's take a look through the stats through the first period. Snipes up by 1, shots just about even. Hits going to the Snipes, and everything else just about even. Squirrels 0 for 1 on the power play. Let's get back down the ice, start the second period. We are back here in the Squirrel Shack in San Pedro, California, where the ghetto meets the sea. Alexander Barkov, Austin Matthews taking the face-off at center ice. Let's get this second period underway. Face-off won by the Squirrels. Barkov for Eichel. Eichel gets it for Miller. Miller unable to pull the trigger. Battling for it. It's won by Miller. Miller up for Barkov. Barkov tangled up, though. Back to the point for Heiskanen. One-time blast. Eichel breaks the stick. And Vasilevsky will hold on for a whistle. 18:40 left here in the second period. Snipes up by 1. Same line stay out. Barkov and Matthews back in the San Jose zone. Faceoff is won by the Snipes. Ekholm. Ekholm sends it up for Brady Tkachuk. Already with a goal in this game. Clayton Keller takes a shot. It goes wide. Recovered by Tkachuk behind the net. Chuck looking for something. Gets it back to the point. Sends it up for Fox. Fox for Matthews. Matthews is hit off, though, taken by JT Miller. Miller for Makar. Cale Makar in the zone. Backhand shot is blocked, and then into the glove of Bobrovsky. Face-off back in the Snipe zone. Second line's out, Scheifele and Aho. Face-off is won by the Squirrels. So for Ekblad for DeBrincat. And we have another penalty. Looks like slashing's going to be the call again. On who, though? Let's take a look. Lady's talking to the coach. On the Ekholm. He goes through Scheifele's chest. Stick clips through Scheifele's chest and is able to slash the man behind him. Anyway, Squirrels 0 for 1 on the power play. Eichel and Hischier will take the face-off back in the San Jose zone. Face-off would have got them full pressure, but they're unable. Oh, Eichel takes it up front. Takes a shot. Easy save for Bobs. He'll hold on. Face-off to the left of Bobrovsky. Same lines remain out. Eichel and Hischier. Face-off is won by the Snipes. Forsling for Keandre Miller. He's unable to clear it. Gets it to Tavares, and he'll clear it the length of the ice. 1:20 left here on the power play. Seth Jones up for Aho. Aho's checked off, though. And the other way come the Snipes. Short-handed. Hischier. Hischier recovers. Comes out to center ice. That'll kill off a lot of penalty time. Miller will try to clear it, but it's caught out of the air by Tavares. And the Snipes spending more time in the Pedro zone on the freaking penalty kill. But uh-oh, here goes Aho on the breakaway. Sebastian Aho unable to get the shot. Rebound. Picked up by Aho. Markov shot saved by Bobs. And that'll do it back at full strength. Squirrels 0 for 2 on the power play. Thomas Harley, he'll gain the zone. Looking for Shifley. Shifley takes a shot, it's blocked. Sandheim checks, Shifley recovers for Terry up front. Terry takes a shot, save, Vasilevsky. Recovered by Nick Suzuki. In the zone, we're surrounded, get to Huberdeau. Huberdeau takes a shot, save Bobrovsky. And he'll hold on. 12:26 left here in the second period. Snipes still lead by 1. Snipes looking to tie the series at a game apiece. Shifley and Suzuki will take the face-off back into the San Jose zone. It is won by the Snipes. Fox. Fox for Larkin. Turned over, though, taken by Suzuki. Squirrels will have to get on side, though. Back up for Nick Suzuki. Suzuki for Sandheim. Sandheim shot, save Bobrovsky. Flipped in by McCarr from Marchessault. And pass misread's going to come all the way back to the San Pedro zone. Picked up by Cale McCarr. First round pick for the Squirrels. Pass intercepted by Troy Terry. Terry in the zone takes a shot, save Vasilevsky. Larkin down for this hit, set up for Celebrini. Back for Cale McCarr. Heiskanen up for Marchessault. Tired legs out there for Nyes. Nice for Marchessault, back for McCarr. For Celebrini, he's hit. Puck dribbles in, easy save for Bobrovsky. Ekholm kicks it out to Matthews. Adam Fox, he'll gain the zone in with Tkachuk. Tkachuk looking for another one, shot goes wide. McCarr looking to get rid of it. Sent up for Celebrini. Long pass for Alex Tuch. Tuch looking for some help. And Tuch backhand shoots and scores. Innocent looking backhand from the slot. Just beats the glove of Bobrovsky. And that will tie this game up at 1. Alex Tuch. The lazy looking backhand just misses the glove of Bobrovsky. That's one he wants back. Just a little flipper. Through traffic and just under the glove. But just like that, halfway through this game, we are back to square. 7:31 left here in the second period. Score tied at 1. Face-off won by the Squirrels. That's up for Stone. Taken up by Dylan. Up for Keller. Keller's checked off, though. Seth Jones waiting to touch up. Gets it for Stone. Stone for DeBrincat. DeBrincat's poked. Gets it up for Brady Tkachuk. Tkachuk retreats. Sent in for Dylan. Dylan in the zone. He's sealed off. Matheson for Jones. Jones will bring it in himself. Jones centering pass broken up, taken by Dylan. Long lead pass just misses. Turned over, taken by the Squirrels. Sebastian Aho. Aho's backhand saved by Bobrovsky. And the other way comes Cirelli. Cirelli in on the breakaway. Cirelli looking for a shot. Save Vasilevsky. Great look there for Cirelli. Unable to convert though. Turned over, taken by the Squirrels to DeBrincat. DeBrincat up for Barkov. Barkov mishandles. Punched into the boards. It is picked up by Sandheim. Sandheim back for Ekblad. Ekblad takes a shot. Safe rebound. Covered by Bobrovsky. Puck was loose for half a second. Barkov and Heischer will take the faceoff back in the San Jose zone. It is won by the Snipes. Shoots it on his own net. But sent up for Tavares. Tavares able to hold on. Pinched into the boards. Sent for Heischer. Eichel back for Forsling. Forsling turns it over, though, taken by Eichel. Jack Eichel in the zone, but surrounded. Looking for Barkov. Barkov unable to pull the trigger, recovered by Eichel. Back from Barkov. Back to the point for McCarr for Heiskanen. 7 seconds left. JT Miller for Barkov. Big slap shots blocked by Forsling. And that's going to do it here for the second period. The Squirrels answer to tie this game up at 1. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Left Coast Hockey League live here on youtube.com/DimesagUVU, and we'll be back with the start of the third period.
Stack a million without counting, that's a word in my accountant. Turn your daughter to a fountain. Squirtle, I encourage you to climb over the mountain. All the gold pants and the mountain, make that eat crowd. Sign the beats on the souls and the tracks and the ghosts. You ain't seen me till you see me. When you see me, then you know I was nasty with the flows. Back to cities where we go. Downstairs in Spotify checks with 6 on this ago. I ain't contemplating, I'm from the place. Put that gun away before I smack you with it. Knock some diamonds out your fucking face. Before you watch, I don't have the time to take the photo. So if I kick the cancer, shake you up. Whole cross talking now. They ain't got a fucking night. How you gonna roll tonight? Dance around the train, break my eye, need a cosign. Can't help me like how I like it. Tell the cops, fucking that. This could be a chain flag tonight.
Says I can't afford it, bitch, I doubt it. Wait, hold up, bitch, I really doubt it. Hold up, bitch, I really doubt it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Let's take a look at the stats through 2 periods. Score is tied at 1. The Squirrels outshoot the Snipes, but they're on the power play for 4 minutes that period. 0 for 2. Time of attack about even. Hits only at 60, unlike the last few games where it's been easily 120 hits per game. Faceoffs, though, going to the Snipes. That's going to be really important coming here in the third period, but let's get back down to the ice and get this game underway. Back here where the ghetto meets the sea at the Squirrel Shack in San Pedro, California. Top lines out. Austin Matthews and Alexander Barkov. Faceoff is won by the Squirrels. Heiskanen for Kale McCarr for Eichel. Eichel's pass broken up by Fox. Taken by Keller. Back home up for Tkachuk. Tkachuk will dump it in. They'll get Chase. And looks like the Snipes are in trouble again. Brady Tkachuk's going to get called for boarding. Sending the Squirrels on their third power play, still 0 for 2. And I must say the refs are heavily favoring the Squirrels in this because that did not look... That was a very innocent boarding call. He scraped the board. I don't agree with that, but Nothing much we can do. We can't challenge him here in the LCHL. He's sure Miller will take the face-off. Squirrels shot. Save, Bobrovsky. Puck goes out of play. We'll try it again. 1:52 remains in the man advantage early here in the third period. Same lines will stay out. Miller and Heischer. Face-off won by the Snipes. Keandre Miller. Unable to clear. It's kept in. Set in the corner for Stone. Stone for Jones. Jones for Suzuki. Unable to get the pass off. Matheson shot save. Shot another save, Bobrovsky. Couple of strong shots there, but not good looks. Miller and Bukestad will take the face-off. Squirrels still on the power play. It is won by the Squirrels. JT Miller. Pinch into the boards. Snipes killing off clock. Covered by Harley. Harley will go ahead and clear it out to the neutral zone. Sent in for JT Miller. Miller's hit off. Suzuki for Stone. Stone shot save, Bobrovsky. They'll hold on with 32 left here at the man advantage. Full pressure for the Squirrels if they win this faceoff. Same lines will stay out. Miller and Bukestad. Faceoff is won by the Squirrels. Full pressure for the Squirrels. Matheson for Suzuki. Back for Jones. Jones takes a shot as blocked. Recovered though by Jones. Jones back for Matheson for Suzuki. Suzuki for Miller. Miller backhand shot save. Save Bobrovsky. Matheson for Suzuki. Suzuki mishandles taken by Ekholm, and that's going to do it for the man advantage. Tkachuk out the box, almost had a breakaway. Suzuki back for Jones, for Matheson, for Miller. Seth Jones. He's going to pull the trigger. Bobrovsky's down, but unable to pick up the rebound. Other way comes Sorelli. Sorelli in the zone for Terry. Terry shot save, Vasilevsky. Stone gets it up for Matheson. Matheson in the zone. Outnumbered. Not able to do much. Battle for the puck. Really recovered by Forsling. Forsling, long lead pass up for Scheifele. Scheifele in, outnumbered. Scheifele takes a shot, though. Save Vasilevsky. And we'll get a whistle with 13:25 left here in regulation. Score still tied at 1. Squirrels still 0 for 3 on the power play. A lot much better looks, a lot more control that power play than the last two, but still nothing to show for it. Aho and Scheifele face off back in the San Pedro zone. It's won by the Snipes. Miller's hit off, but recovered by Dillon. Rally for is DeBrincat. DeBrincat wins. Pass broken up though, taken by Keller for Scheifele. Recovered by Keller. Keller in the zone. Keller unable to pull the trigger, but recovers behind the net. Back for Larkin. Larkin's poked, but it holds on. Vasilevsky keeps moving it, but puck is now loose. Recovered by Larkin. Larkin behind the net. Pass back for Matthews. Matthews shot through traffic. Save Vasilevsky. Almost redirected off the skate of Larkin. That would have counted. There would have been no distinct kicking motion there. Would have been a redirect. Celebrini and Matthews. Face off back to San Pedro zones. Won by the Squirrels. McCarr for Heiskanen. Sends it up for Knives. Pass in front of the net. Taken by McCarr. McCarr just trying to get rid of it. And we have another penalty on the Snipes. I don't know who the Snipes pissed off. Cross-checking is going to be the call on Tkachuk. Tkachuk, 4 PIMs in this game. I'll have to take a look at it before I pass any judgment, but the officials seem to be tilted here. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm going to say that is a blatant cross-check to the back of the head. Could have been called interference as well, but we'll go ahead and say that one's legitimate. Squirrels 0 for 3 on the power play. Eichel and Heischer will take the face-off. It is won by the Snipes. Forsling. He'll clear it the length of the ice. Covered by McCarr, but he's harassed behind the net. Sent up though for Barkov. Barkov for Aho. Aho in, waiting for reinforcements, though takes a shot. Save Bobrovsky. 1:18 left here in the power play. Squirrels with chance after chance after chance, still unable to convert. Ref's trying to hand him this win. Matheson takes a shot. Glove save for Bobrovsky. He keeps it moving though for Dylan. Dylan up for Pedersen. Pedersen will go ahead and clear it. Matheson up for Aho, for Eichel. Up for Barkov. Barkov looking for a shot that's turned over. Taken by Fox. 25 left on the man advantage. Not many great looks for the Squirrels. Great penalty kill here by the Snipes in this game. Back for Jones for Matheson. Eichel up front, tries to sneak it in sharp angle. Kept in though by Matheson. Matheson for Aho up front. Aho backhand. Save Bobrovsky, and he's going to hold on. Squirrels 0 for 4. All the help they're getting from the officials, they are not capitalizing on. That could come into play late here in the third. 7:24 left in the third. Suzuki and Matthews face off is won by the Squirrels. Sanheim takes a big slap shot. It goes wide though. Suzuki for Marchessault. Back for Huberdeau. Shot is saved by Bobrovsky. Marchessault unable to keep it in. The other way comes Matthews. Matthews in on the breakaway. Austin Matthews one-on-one with the goaltender, and he's back-checked. No penalty there. Matthews with a great opportunity there. The back-checkers, though, going full speed. Just bumped him off at the last second before he was able to take the shot. In the zone, though, is Ekholm. Ekholm passes behind the net for Tkachuk. Recovered, though, by the Squirrels. Jonathan Huberdeau. He's hit, unable to gain the zone. 4:20 left here in the third. Dylan Larkin. Pass broken up by Eichel. Up for Barkov. Scheifele harassed by two Squirrels. Kicked out, though, taken by Heiskanen for Miller. Miller for Eichel. Back for Heiskanen. Heiskanen's shot is blocked, taken by the Snipes. Scheifele. Scheifele for Larkin. Larkin shot, saved Vasilevsky. And we'll get a whistle with 2.5 left here in regulation. Score still tied at 1. Squirrels out shooting the Snipes by 10. But it's only going to take one more here to win it. For Terry for Scheifele. Scheifele's shot saved Vasilevsky. And he'll hold on with 2:05 left. Face off to the left of Vasilevsky. Aho and Hischier will take the face-off back in the Squirrel zone. Snipes almost at full pressure, but face-off won by the Squirrels. Cale Makar for Stone. Stone turns it over. It's taken by Tavares. Tavares' pass broken up by DeBrincat. DeBrincat poked off the puck. Recovered by Forsling. Forsling for Pedersen. Pedersen for Harley. Up for Hischier. 1 minute left here in regulation. Up for Pedersen. Pedersen's shot is blocked and goes wide. DeBrincat for Heiskanen. Heiskanen up for Aho. Aho's hit, though. Taken by Tavares. 45 left in the zone of the Snipes. Hischier's backhand shot. Saved by Vasilevsky, and he's going to hold on. Snipes looking for that full pressure late. Barkov and Matthews take the face-off. Top line's out for both teams. 40 seconds left here in the third period. JT Miller, he'll gain the zone. Surrounded, though, not much of a lane, but Barkov's unable to pull the trigger. Another way comes the Snipes. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Braden to Chuck in, 30 seconds left. Chuck's pass up for Matthews, unable to pull the trigger. Matthews up front. They shoot, they score! Clayton Keller, late here in the third period. On the rebound, Vasilevsky down, and he just roofs it. And with very little time left, that could do it. We'll most likely head back to San Jose with the series knotted up at 1. Close quarters, Vasilevsky down on his stomach. Late third period goal here for the Snipes. With 23 left. Squirrels need this face-off to tie it up. Face-off is won by the Squirrels. McCarr for Huberdeau. Huberdeau for Heiskanen. Marchessault. Net is empty to our left. Nick Suzuki. Pass broken up. Taken by Miller. 13 seconds left for Terry. Terry for Dylan. Dylan for Scheifele. Scheifele with the net empty. He goes wide. 5 seconds left. Not much time to get down the ice for Barkov. 2 seconds left. Barkov needs to shoot. And his shot is just a bit late and wide. And the San Jose Snipes, with some late game heroics, take the lead and tie this series up at 1. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here in the Left Coast Hockey League. We will be back in 15 minutes for the start of Game 2 of the Anaheim Ducks taking on the Doria Asylum Rehabs. We will see you tomorrow in San Jose for Game 3 of this series. But thank you so much for joining us. And as always, Dante, why don't you go ahead and pack that bowl? We're out. Peace.